a second or two.
All right, welcome to the Late Frame Podcast. I am your host, Holy Moses, and this is my Mr. Honda West, aka Mr. Tackleberry. And in the background, we have watching the screen tonight is the Bearded Beauty. And we want to welcome tonight a very special guest, guys, Mr. Jerome Daniels. He has a nice charity that's going on for his
Be a Mushroom Foundation.
Yes, there we go. There we go. The event is going to be Road to Riches.
Yeah, so Road to Riches, Santa at City Hall Car Show and Holiday Market.
That's awesome. Yeah. It is in Chandler, Saturday, December 13th from 11 a.m. to 5. It is in the hall parking garage, and every vehicle is $25 per entry.
Yep, it's $25 per vehicle, and if you could bring a unwrapped gift, that'd be great.
Okay. And the producer wants to know, Bearded Beauty asked if there's trailer parking.
Trailer parking?
Yeah, so in case he's got to bring a trailer to unload the vehicle.
You can drop off, and then we have the police parking lot, and we also have a couple other parking lots.
Nice. There you go. Yeah. Sweet. So, Jerome, just tell us about everything and tell us what got you in the scene and how you started all this with your shows and your events.
All right. Well, it's been. It first started from just wanting to give back to the community. I feel like I've been blessed in my life. I was started. I played college football, and then from there I got drafted into the NFL. And when I got into Arizona, I was with 3 different teams, with the Miami Dolphins, Baltimore Ravens, and the Cardinals. And when I got to Arizona, this became home, and I really wanted to give back in the community. So I started off by doing carnivals and those and doing sports camps for kids.
Okay.
And nice. I use carnivals as a way to pay for the sports camps and make sports affordable for kids. And so that just got me into doing these projects. And after COVID, so I did that for about 13 years. And then after COVID hit, we had to think of a new way, all the restrictions, and there was a lot of things going on. So my wife and I created the Be a Mushroom Foundation. Mushrooms grow in any environment. We want our kids to grow in all environments. So we want our kids to be mushrooms. And that's kind of the premise of our nonprofit. So what we've done is we've said, how can we do community events that are fun, stuff that it kind of speaks to our pillars, which are financial literacy, mental health, and mentorship. And we wanted to figure out how we could actually bring the community together with these concepts. The car shows were the way to do it. We call it Road to Riches because our financial literacy is called the Road to Riches Financial Literacy Program. So now we call our car shows the Road to Riches car shows.
That's awesome.
We do that to connect these kids who love cars. Kids love things that go fast and look great. And so we're like, let's bring families together, because that's always a family thing. We're a family type company, nonprofit. So we said, let's do car shows, but we wanted to do our car shows differently. We wanted to use garages to make it accessible to everybody, where they can go. We have elevators, and we have everything. Everyone can hear everything going on. So, because I've been to other car shows where they're so spread out, when the announcer is announcing things, they say, "What did he say?" I can't hear them. So with our car shows, we have speakers. We have speakers on every floor. Everyone can hear the music going on. Everyone can hear the announcements. It just makes it where the things that I saw that I didn't like about certain car shows, I wanted to make ours more intimate and better.
Okay.
So that's why we merged these two concepts together.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's fun. I mean, I'm learning a lot about all the car culture out there. There's so many different types of car cultures out there, and I want a representation of all at our car shows, because the kids that we're trying to affect have different tastes. And we don't want to just be one type. I want them to see all types of cars so that they can say, that's the avenue I want to go. I want to be like that guy. You know what I mean? I want to own that car. And, you know, when you help a kid with their dreams and you have them thinking about thinking about more things than just sitting in front of an Xbox, playing an Xbox, they're actually getting outside. They're actually learning about cars, changing engines, doing it, whatever, changing tires, oil, all the things they can learn about a car. They're outside doing things instead of inside doing nothing. I think that's the special part about car lovers. They treat their cars like they treat a baby. You know, they feed it, they take care of it, they rub it, they change its diaper. That's the car is their baby. When you have that kind of commitment, and if these young people could have that kind of commitment, they could really be successful in their lives. So that's why car shows, I think, is the way to go. And I hope we're going in the right direction with that.
Oh, I from what I've seen online from some of the photos and little videos, you guys are like, wow, you know, you guys have a big variety of many different vehicles, you know, and then not only that, you guys include like a market and stuff like that. So you have many people that are going there to buy stuff, going there to look at cars, you know, so it's all almost in one-stop shop.
That's how I want it to be. I want it to be a big community event. And I'll just tell you about how we have the setup. So we took over City Hall parking garage. That's 3.5 floors that we want to fill with cars. Then we've blocked off Chicago Street between Arizona Avenue and Washington Street. That's completely blocked off. And we're going to have food trucks along that area. Then we have City Hall. Yeah. So we have City Hall's Greenbelt. And so we have that with regular vendors in that area. Then we have a kids area where kids can do free crafts, as we're calling it Santa's Workshop. So kids will do free arts and crafts that they could take home for Christmas, make something for their parents, you know, whatever they want to do, they'll have an opportunity to do that. And we have a bunch of volunteers that are helping them with their arts and crafts. Then beyond that point, we have Santa's World, where Santa, Mrs. Claus, and elves will be they'll be in front of a 10-foot green screen. Up to 15 people at a time can take a picture with Santa. So if you have a large family, you would like to have a family photo done, that'll be going on right there. We'll have that going from 11 o'clock to 4, where Santa will be there. I have professional photographers that'll be taking those photos. Not only that, you'll get a QR code after you take your family photo that you can go home and order T-shirts, mugs, anything you want with your whole family on there, or just your kid, if you know, however you want to take those pictures. But we have that all set up. Then across the street, see, because we have to not only speak to the kids, but I need to speak to the adults. I have live music. I have a bar. I have a dog park. So if you want to bring your dog to this event, you can. I'll have all the food from the food truck you can take over and have. I have tons of seating for everyone where live music's going on, and then I have some adult vendors over there. So I have cigars. I have a simulation golf company that's going to set up their stuff. So it's a lot of stuff. I want this to be the biggest and funnest thing that people go to. It's going to be different than any car show that you've gone to in the past.
That's way.
It's like, hey, we've got some cars, but we're adding some other stuff.
Yeah, there's some more fun things to do while you're walking around.
Because a lot of times you go to these events and you really don't feel like you have something to do, or it's catered to you, or somewhere you'd want to stay. You're there, you're trying to, you're waiting for someone to announce you as a winner, and then you go. Well, that's not what I want. I want you to bring your family with you. I want your wife, your kids. I want anyone that loves cars, anyone that says, you know what, he's into cars, but I'm into shopping. Well, bring your wife and she can do her thing. The kids can do their thing. Everybody has something to do. I want everybody to stay and enjoy and help us build these scholarships, because we're giving scholarships away in April based on the money we're raising right now. So
and that's another. And you're gonna have another show in April again, correct?
April's when we give the scholarship. So these kids will be graduating in May. So we want to give them scholarships in April before they graduate. And then now they know they have the money, to go to college or go to a tech school or whatever. And we're talking about $500 to $1,000 scholarships per kid.
Dang, man.
Yeah. That is awesome. And I'm going to say this right now as we're live, AAI or UTI or Wyotech or Lincoln Tech or any of the technical schools that are out in different states or different trade schools that would like to join in on this, please contact him.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
You can go to www.bamfoundation.org. So that's BAMfoundation.org.
Anyway, can we get that on the bottom of the screen?
Thank you.
So I was thinking, that's awesome, man, because that's something to give scholarships and show kids that there is a better way than building a car on Grand Theft Auto, and you can build it in real life.
You can do it in real life, right? And so we just, I think you're gonna like this. We just partnered with EVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. They have an automotive program. So what we're going to do is those kids from the automotive program are going to be volunteers at our car shows where they'll be in front of people that are, they also build their cars too.
Automotive related.
So we're going to have some of those. We're going to have those kids there either showcasing their cars or volunteering their time. They'll get volunteer hours from my nonprofit. Then they're going to have an opportunity to write about what that experience was of volunteering and being around all you car lovers. And then EVIT's going to pick the winner of that. And then in April, they are going to have their own scholarship that I'm going to give them.
Wow.
So So they'll have, we know that those kids want to go on to an automotive type school. So we want to support that. And that's part of our deal.
That is awesome.
It's a car show for a cause in many different ways.
Yeah, it's like many causes. Right. It's a car show with many causes.
With many causes, right. Yeah, and it all ties in. I mean, these kids, you guys, when you show up with your cars, it's the passion that you have for what you do, right? And so how do we ignite that passion in these young people? When they see what you were able to do, and I would love for you to even show pictures of what the car looked like before you got started, and then see what the finish looks like. And for them to see, wow, I could take something from the junkyard over here. Not that all cars are that way, but I could this. I could take these pieces and make a masterpiece, And I see that, and again, these kids, all they need is an opportunity. All they need to do is see someone else that's done it and go, I can do it. And I don't think everyone out there that loves their cars and showcases their cars know the effect that they could have on so many young people who want to be just like them. So like how when I played pro football, all these kids want to play pro football. Well, kids that love cars want to be you. And that you need to understand that you can affect so many of these young people around you just by showcasing what you do, telling them how you got started, opening these doors. They're opening their minds to what they can be. That's what this whole thing's about for me. So that's why I do what I do.
Yeah, that's awesome. That really is, man.
Man, this is, like I said, man, if it's getting bigger from what I see, and you doing the parking garage, man, it's a miracle we can't get that thing filled, and get mini trucks in there, and a couple Lolos and whatnot, But if we can get some mini trucks in there,
yeah, we have the room. I mean, and we can grow.
They got the room.
And it's just getting these cars signed up and getting them out there and showcasing what they can do, and then seeing how we can get these kids in front of you and they can ask you questions. And
what would be tight, and that's awesome. But it'd be if we can all if we can do an episode there, man, I wouldn't mind him coming out because he would be great to talk to. The kids would be fucking Thompson. Get Thompson out there and talk to them. Mad Scientist. get him to talk out there for a little bit, and then if not, try to see if we can
I
get
was going to say, anybody who's got any under construction vehicles,
any other construction vehicles.
Yeah, I mean, they're under construction, they're not completed, but it's that process that he's been discussing.
Yeah, it'll show them, hey, this is where we're at this stage of the thing, and then the kids will be like, all right, well, we're like,
yeah, because especially if it's multiple times a year, you know, hey, one show they bring it on out at just one stage. A few months later, whatever, they bring the same vehicle on out, and maybe at a different stage, so on and so forth. And I think for the overall goal, from what it sounds like, that's what these kids would love to see.
That'd be tight. I think it's
really
like
cool.
you said, with the technical school that he's working with, I think if we can get a couple mini truckers together and a couple, some local builders and a couple heavy hitters, and maybe we can do just like they did back then when Jesse James was around, and we'll find a car that they can show off at the school every time, have it as a advertisement vehicle,
right?
And it can be a mini truck or whatever they want to pick out, and we can show them how to do the air ride and whatnot.
That would be weird.
Walk them through it, as they do it.
Right. So so what I'm going to do with EVIT, the next level of this is taking a group of 15 to 20 kids to. This is the mentorship piece that we're talking about. This is outside of the car show. So because of my background, I have a lot of connections with different owners of car dealerships, different high-end mechanic shops. So what I'd like to do is take 15 to 20 of these kids to the car dealership, introduce them to the owner of the car dealership, have him tell them, how did he become an owner? What are the things that he did in his life to get to where he is right now? Then bring him to the finance manager, give him to the head of maintenance, of mechanics, have them talk to them. And then those kids, the kids that are in EVIT, some of them are at a point where they should be getting hired soon. Well, those kids, maybe out of the 20, there's 3 of them that are almost at that point where they're graduating and they can get hired. Well, I want them to do mock interviews with that company so they can be yeah. So that's the kind of mentorship. When I talk about mentorship, I'm not talking about the fake mentorship. I'm talking about actually getting them prepared for the workforce, making them empowered. So that's part of our mission too.
Oh, so you're pretty much like, hey, this is real life. This is how work's going to be. You're going to go through tough times.
And this is a road that you can take.
Yeah,
this is the road, right? So
get where you're going to go.
Talk to the person who's done it already. He can give you the roadmap. He'll tell you not to do this. I wouldn't do it that way. I would do it this way. We want those people who are successful right now, talking to the kids about success, but also giving them the blueprint of how to get there. And it's not going to be easy. Don't tell them the easy story. No.
There ain't no easy story to mini trucking.
Right.
Being a mini trucker is not an easy story. Yeah. It's expensive.
Right.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I get the right people around these young people, man, they could just be awesome. Right. We could save a lot of kids, So put the right people around them, give them the right the blueprint for success, and see what they can do with it. Not every kid's gonna run through the door, but if we can keep doors open for them, we're gonna be able to get a lot through the door. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
And that's great, man. That your charities, your show, and your foundation is be able to offer those kids that many outlets to not only football, not only sports, not only cars, crafts, and maybe you might have somebody who does woodwork there and as a craft person, and that kid might love to do woodwork after that.
Right. So there's all types of fabrication when it comes to cars, right? So think about all the different, so there's so many avenues, but if a kid doesn't know about it, then how can they do it, right? So let's expose them to so many things that then they can make a choice on what direction they want to go. And it's always positive because we're putting them in a positive, direction. So that's what
there's so many awesome trade schools out there here in Arizona and in many other states, and they would be they should not turn down this opportunity, to be able to work with you and get their school known out there and be able to have maybe future students and future graduates and future people, because we do need more people in the automotive world. We do need people to to continue on, being the tech guy that's getting paid a grip to plug in a computer and just sit there and go, okay, it's your water pump, and then he got paid just to sit in your car a bunch, because, that's the real side of some dealerships where you have techs they get paid just to sit in a car, plug in a machine, and then you got other techs that get paid that, well, what do you do? Oh, I just rip out dashboards all day and work on dashes, in some dealerships, there's technical parts to it. Like I know Lexus does it, Mercedes does it, Porsche, all the East Side ones do it. Some of their techs are going as far as they're replacing complete harnesses, they're replacing complete motors, and it's something that's almost like a lost art. But if you want to go real deep into it, you can go to, I'm going to say my old job that I used to work at back then was Phoenix Rack and Axle, and you can see the grunt work and watch them be like, hey, this is where every axle gets built. This is where something, you can, where they can focus on, hey, maybe you can learn how to rebuild something. Because rebuilding and refurbishing items is, in the automotive world, is very,
literally.
Yeah, because you don't have people that are rebuilding air management systems anymore. They sell everything that if you
hard
can
to get though.
Yeah, and this gets harder because not everyone's just right now. Hey, you put it on, take it off, buy another. But if you don't got the funds and you like to take stuff apart, put it back together, you can buy a rebuild kit and then sit there and tinker with it, and then you're done. So but that's awesome.
At a fraction of the price.
Yeah, a fraction of the price. But to get kids involved to that level, to where electronics and electrical,
even the mechanical.
Yeah, even the mechanical part about it, and then you got paint body, then you have the metal finishing, metal working, fabricating,
metal fabrication.
Yeah, so it's so many steps, but people don't realize that once you get into it and you get the bug and you get bitten and you get that addiction to it, it's fun. There's good days, there's bad days. It's always an adventure.
That's true.
Yeah. So that's the stories that these kids need to hear. You know what I mean? That's what y'all need. You need to be able to talk about that passion so that they can build their passion. That's what this is all about.
Right on.
Yeah. That's awesome. And you guys are doing the show on the 13th. Let me pull out my phone.
Saturday, December 13th.
Yep, December 13th.
13th.
And there we go. Road to Riches Santa at City Hall Car Show and Holiday Market, Saturday, December 13th, 11 to 5. The Chandler City Hall parking lot, 240 South Washington Street, Chandler.
And we'd like cars. We'd like the cars to get there at 8:30.
8:30.
And let me tell you, man, it's really, for me. Yes, we need to raise money, but I want people there. You know what I mean? I want you to show up so that the support is there and we can build this and make it better. If a person comes up to me and says, man, I don't have $25, but I'm here to support, I'm going to let them park the car and be there, because it's more about them taking the time to be there for these kids than anything else. So the money will come, we'll get the sponsorships, we'll build all those things. But I need the support of the people to be out there and show what we can be and what we can do together. That's what is the most important part.
Oh yeah, and giving back to the community and the kids.
Mm-hmm.
It is about passion, and a lot of these kids, it's all about automotive. Marcus, the homie says kids are interested in it. These kids now just don't want to go low and slow. They want to go fast as humanly possible and do donuts until their motor pops. Yeah, but the thing is, Marcus, we can get them away from that. And I know you've seen that before.
Like the takeovers.
Yeah, the takeovers. Yeah.
Takeovers.
But like Marcus said, they want to do donuts to their motor pops. Either that or their rear end gives out and they slam into the side of another car.
Right.
Tires blow and the car's going.
Yeah, or half
their a different way.
Yeah.
They need to see a different way.
The positive. Yeah.
Not doing that. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we can show them, like, man,
find a different way to enjoy the car.
Yeah.
Instead of ruining it, you have it, you ruin it, and then you
go eat some food with your homies. We used to do that back then. I know Jerome probably remember that. Everybody parking lot pimping, going to McDonald's or Sonic.
Right.
Everybody would show up and just go eat and chill. That's the way we took over. That's the way we took
Hopefully the
over.
popo don't show up.
Yeah, that's it. We just we would take over a whole Sonic, but everybody was pigging out and eating.
Right.
You know, and then the cops come and be like, "What are we doing? We're sitting here eating. We're not bothering anybody."
Yeah, right.
You know, like we packed the place.
We're here. We're hanging out. We're contributing to the business.
And
So
that's the thing that like, you know, with your foundation, like to be able to talk to officials and ask them, be like, hey, what, you know, how they feel with the car community. Because, you know,
let's talk about that. So what I've been able to do, I partner with the city of Chandler. So this event is in partnership with the city of Chandler. This is not my event by itself.
Oh, okay.
This,
all right.
This is the BAM Foundation and the city of Chandler putting on this event. So that's why I have the support. That's why I'm able to get a whole parking garage. I'm able to block off a street. It's because the city understands what I've done in the community for 20 years. And they know that what I bring is about family. It's about coming together with people. There is not going to be any crazy stuff going on. And it's catty corner to the police station. So nothing's going to happen. It's the safest location in Arizona. I can just tell you that. So it would be the safest car show. Yeah, the safest car show you've ever been to. So.
Yeah, that's super safe. And make sure you don't have too many at the adult bar.
Well, yeah.
Drink responsibly.
But your car's already parked. Take an Uber home. You know what I mean?
Yes. Right. Yeah. The parking lot, they can, you know, they can put security there and watch everybody's car. Everybody can come tomorrow and pick up their keys.
Oh yeah. Leave your car right there. Have an enjoyable time and take an Uber home and come back and get your car the next day. Police are right there. So I mean, it's right across. Ain't nobody touching any cars in that parking garage. I can tell you that.
Yes, Marcus, it's pretty much the same place.
Yes, yeah, the place is the Reunion. Yeah. That's a friend of ours, Marcus. He works at he has his own stuff that he does, but he works with Justin Tripp out in
Queen Creek, I think, or Santan Valley.
Santan. So,
Okay.
hey, they would be really great for you to go take a bunch of kids down there and check out that shop.
Yeah.
I think that'd be tight. That or low, you know, like there's a bunch of shops, but I don't know how they would. Trade 5, you would probably have to call. Eye Candy Frank, I know he would be down for something like that for like kind of giving back to the community.
Yeah, because it's not changing. You know, all they're doing is opening their doors and letting these kids ask some questions and then talk about themselves.
Yeah.
You know,
I know they would definitely be probably down into that. You know, because and Dino, if you can probably get a hold of Dino, he would be one that, you know.
It might be one of those things. Open up his garage.
Yeah.
And just kind of, because he runs technically the largest car show in Arizona.
The other Chevy show, yeah.
Yeah, it's a specific market, but it is probably the largest car show period in Arizona.
Yeah.
So
darn close.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
9,000 plus.
Okay, how many cars are you guys at right now?
We want to be more intimate. 200 in a garage, so that's where we want to be at. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's why I want different types of cars. You know, it's more about every car gets 2 spots. I want people to be able to open their doors. I don't want people, getting their cars dinged. I want people to be able to walk around the car and actually really get to view it. Sometimes with these car shows, you're getting one spot and they're so close that you really can't kind of see the detail. So this is a different type of car show where we want multiple different types of cars so people can see. We have a really nice award for the winners of the different categories. We have professional photographers that can take pictures of your car. If you want to have professional pictures done, I can have them done at the car show for you. So that's part of it. So it's just by making it more intimate, we can offer more things for the car owner at the show. So instead of it being 1,000 cars, I can't, I don't know how intimate you can make that. But with this, that's why we have the things going on with, having the food trucks and having the market and having Santa Claus, and there's things to do, for everybody. And so it's the spectators get to come up, they get to see your car, see the detail, admire it, and then go do some other things, so they're not just, in one place.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. That's
So
just
we
something that
we partner with Courthouse. I don't know if you've been to downtown Chandler, but Courthouse Bar is an indoor-outdoor bar. It has a stage, so we're gonna utilize the stage. I'll have a live singer singing from 12 to 3, and then we're having live music after 5. So even after our car show, we're gonna keep the party going till like 1 in the morning at Courthouse. And it's a huge indoor-outdoor bar. It also has what's called the Aristocrat Coffee Roasters is right there too, right?
cool.
So there's a coffee shop. So for people who don't drink, and then there's a bar. So everything there is no excuse not to have fun at this event. No excuse.
Damn, dude.
It's
That's
something
like
for
everything. Yeah, you ain't
You
going
got
nowhere.
food, you got entertainment, you got whatever, man. Just line it up.
And we're just trying to grow it, you know. I'd like to get to a point where we can put, you know, I like to get to 250 cars at the most, but it's 250 of the best cars out there, like 250 of the best people out there who really want their car to be showcased so they can affect change in these young people. If I can get that together, and then we can get as many people out there to celebrate what you're doing and what we're trying to do together as possible, I'm a success at that point, you know. If that happens. So
that's awesome. Yeah. Ryan says he likes the way you're running it.
That's cool.
Marcus, this event is on the 13th. Next
Yep.
No, 13.
next
December 13th.
next Saturday. Yep, next Saturday.
Yeah,
It's downtown Chandler. If you go to bamfoundation.org, you can go to Road to Riches car shows and sign up through Eventbrite. It's just that easy. It'll ask you. So say as a group of you that want to be parked together, we go into detail in our registration where you'll tell us exactly what car group you're with or what friends that you have that are already signed up, and we make sure that you're put together when you park, because everybody has assigned parking in our car show.
Okay. Oh, it's cool because then nobody can hold slots for anybody.
Right.
Right.
You can
So
have all your club be together.
You can have your club together by either putting the club name in there or putting a person's name that you're associated with. And when we start to map it out, we make sure that you're with your people.
Oh, okay.
The only people that wouldn't happen with is the people who drive up the day of. We can't do anything about that.
Which I was going to ask at that point if it is just only pre-reg or if it was day of show that you guys would
we'll take people the day of. As long as we have room, we will bring you in, because it's more about the support and getting you to, and then maybe next time you're going to pre-register because you like the event.
Which makes sense.
So we're not going to turn people away. I even have a guy with he has like a tricked out RV, and he wants to showcase it. So we're going to have that in the show. I have to put him out. I have to put him on the blocked off street because that's the only place it'll fit. But
big ass RV in a blocked off street.
Right.
Everybody's going to think it's a food truck.
But we'll make it work. We've had some really tall lifted trucks that wouldn't fit in the garage. We put them in certain areas on the street. So we were able to showcase everyone's vehicles. I just need to know ahead of time what you have and how I can accommodate it, and I'll make it work.
That is cool. Ryan says seems way more organized than most shows. Yeah.
I've got almost 20 years of organizing. So with carnivals are way harder than a car show.
I know you got to deal with all the rides. People running the rides.
Ferris wheels, all that stuff. And so when you're dealing with,
I don't think they call them carnivals.
So
all the carnival workers.
Oh, they're carnies. It's okay to say.
Okay. I'm just saying. I'm trying to be all nice about it.
Politically correct, Moses.
Fucking my bad. Jeez.
Yeah.
Please.
My wife used to laugh about that.
Nice.
But it's so when I got involved with carnivals, I partnered with a carnival company that's been in business for 30 years, and they're like family to me now. So I would sit in front of, the whole committee, instead of the city committee that wants to tell you no, I would sit in front of them and I would talk to the head of police and the head of fire and the tax people and all, and make sure all their questions were answered about the event and how it was going to work, make sure it was all detailed, put the whole thing together. And then we would come in and it would take a week. We'd come in on Monday, have all the rides set up by Wednesday. We would have the rides playing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then tear it all down on Monday and start somewhere else. So that's kind of how it worked.
Yeah, dude, that's the only thing. That's the only thing we don't have.
So now,
That'd be
the
nice.
car shows, you bring the rides, basically. So,
Okay. There you go.
So, and
Gotta park everywhere. That's it.
I kept the elements of the food trucks and the, those things are the same as what I would do in my carnivals. It's just I don't have the rides anymore. I have everyone showcase.
You just have different rides
Yeah,
instead of the other rides.
Got a different type of ride.
Different type of ride.
Exactly.
No, but that'd be tight. That'd be pretty cool if you could one day, have a big enough parking lot where you can bring the carnival rides. And
We can
And
grow to
rides
that.
themselves.
We can grow to that. I just have to have the people. But yeah, we can definitely get to that point.
That's a wild idea.
that would be crazy. Just a bunch of different cars and a couple mini trucks, and it's just like, all right, we saw these cars. Let's go get on a mini roller coaster.
Right.
Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or
It
the
can happen.
spaceship.
Right.
Yeah. Right, man.
Well, one thing at a time. though.
Yes. Right now we gotta
Yeah,
be able to
exactly.
get.
Baby steps. It's called baby steps.
Right.
And you've been your car show and your foundation, and you guys. How many years is it now that you guys been doing it?
So the foundation's 3 years old, and so we've been we partnered with the city of Chandler, so we take care of all the public housing authority kids and their families. That's how our connection with Chandler is, and that's why we're able to do these events this way in Chandler. But we can service anyone in any community. We're able to do that. So we have a financial literacy program, and that's what the city of Chandler uses in their housing authority and Section 8 housing communities. And so it's 12 different chapters. It's in English and in Spanish. It has embedded workbooks. It talks about everything from opening up a bank account all the way to what a 401k is, and everything in between. And so this is something we provide. And so EVIT, the reason why we're connected with EVIT is we have a contract with EVIT where we provide our program to their adult learners who are trying to get their GED and get a certificate in either auto mechanic or plumbing or whatever. They have to go through our program as part of their curriculum. So that's our connection with EVIT. So that's why we're going to be working with EVIT with their auto mechanic the kids in the auto mechanic program and get them some support.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, if maybe you can put us in touch with the from the trade school, and we can probably have him as a guest on the podcast.
Yeah, they have their head mechanic there that teaches the kids all that, and yeah, you'll be able to interview them. They'll be at the car show, so you'll be able to see some of them there.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. Yeah.
Awesome, though.
Yeah, that's great because it's everybody always wonders if automotive will continue on, and because of the computers and all the technology, and I think we're just going to adapt and continue on and still be putting gas and stuff. But there's going to be somebody who's got to sit there and fix it.
Right. And
No matter-
the value that older cars have is amazing. So if you can find the parts and keep it going,
Right.
that's what it's about. So
Because most new cars, I would say, are going to that. They're going to just drive themselves, and we're just going to sit back. We're going to get into a car, sit back, and the car is going to drive itself. Where
Like Total Recall.
older cars or whatever, we still are connected to it. You feel the bumps in the road, whatever, and you know it. So it's just being connected with that car versus not really being connected. Just because your butt's sitting in a seat and the car's driving, it's not fun.
You can't change the radio station.
Exactly. It's on its
Can't kick
own.
your feet up. Can't drive with one hand. You know, you can't have a full-fledged meal on the passenger seat and attempt to eat it while you're driving. We don't recommend that here. We do not condone that kind of driving here. Park and eat your food. Don't drive. We don't need to see you eat a Big Mac while you're driving.
Right.
Or if you're gonna wear the Big Mac,
wear the Big Mac on your shirt. You know, but I think it's awesome that kids are going to see a whole different side of like automotive, you know, and different vehicles and stuff. And
and you're a part of
yeah, you know, and you're doing something that no other show is doing. You know, you're offering them scholarships. You're showing them what the fundamentals of, you know, if that's what they want to do as a career. You know,
they don't. Yeah, and you're opening the door for their mind to say, "Oh yeah, I see them doing. I want to do that. I want to own my own shop." And then, you know, if I can bring them in front of the shop owner that can say, "Hey, I started working on cars when I was 12 years old with my dad, and this is what I did, and then I got this education which helped me here, and then I went and took a business class to teach me how to run my business." You know, like if they get this blueprint where they're mapping out what the things they should do, they're going to make better decisions. And if they make better decisions, it's going to be easier for them to get to that level, right? So anything we can do as you know, the grown-ups now, right? Anything we can do to kind of help that. I know some of us don't want to be grown-ups, but what we can do to help these kids is give them that blueprint, man. Share a little bit of the knowledge that we have and see how far they can go.
Yeah.
So
because that's the thing is like,
get them moving in that first step.
Position
and then go from there.
Start learning all the aspects, you know, because like when a car breaks down and you can't change a tire, AAA. If you got AAA, yeah, but if you don't, and you're out there, man, you're gonna be struggling. You know?
Big time. Yeah.
Like a lot of like that's kind of like the downside because not a lot of people know how to change a tire.
Yeah.
Or you know, in the situation, or even how to stop correctly when a blowout happens.
Right.
You know,
without losing control.
Yeah. You know, like a basic driving course, what if would be nice. Like, well, if your battery breaks down, this is what you do. If you're driving and say this happens, this is what, you know.
Yeah.
And don't just do like most people where we're driving
slam on the brakes.
Yeah, or we're driving on the freeway and there's just an abandoned car in the middle of the road or something. And it's like, oh, they didn't know. You know, it's like you can be that person and not leave that car in the middle of the 101 for somebody to take it out. You know, on the side of the carpool lane and cause traffic. You know, you can hop it along to get off the freeway and get it up the ramp. You know, because we've all seen that. You know. And that's the thing, is like, I think when kids learn the automotive, I think my big question to them would be like, you need to learn this because if you break down, you know, you know,
it's your safety, other people's safety.
Yeah.
And at least you have a knowledge of how to do it.
Because my thing is, my boy won't be the one that doesn't know how to change tires.
Yeah. Because that's the thing too, is like when it comes to like basic knowledge of certain stuff, I got friends that are in their 30s and 40s, and they're like, I know how to change a tire, but I don't know how to like check if a tire is bad or like if my air is messed up, you know. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, you know, that, you know, some people only know how to do an oil change, but not do other things.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's, you know, and then trade schools are really awesome. It's just like I say, every school is what you make of it, you know. And if you put your nose to the grindstone, you can come out on top. You know, there is dark side to automotive. You know, there is that. You know, and I don't want these kids to believe that it is all sunshine and roses. You know,
because you know they got to pick the right. They have to pick the right school. And, and that's the thing. They would never hear that if they don't talk to the people who've already done it, right?
Right.
So having that opportunity to say, well, where did you go to school? And is that the school I should go to? That's the kind of conversations
I went to two schools, and I recommend them because I went to them and I had a great time. WyoTech, Wyoming Technical Institute, and also AAI in Glendale, here in Arizona. So I recommend those two schools if anybody.
And I'm a former UTI graduate myself,
there you go.
So you know.
Unfortunately, we got
an untrained idiot.
Yeah, the abbreviations are always UTI, untrained idiot, and then AAI.
Well, we won't go there. Right?
Yeah, we won't go to that, what that abbreviation is. But
we're keeping it PG.
we'll keep it PG for tonight. But it's just like, I think kids need to know that there is a dark side to automotive, that it is going to be hard out there when you come out of school at a very young age. Like if you're coming out of UTI or AAI or another school and you're in your mid-20s, yeah, you're not going to get hired on the spot. You're going to have to walk into places and start at the bottom, and then start showing them that you can do different things.
They do have job placement, but it's one of those things. Sometimes that you might get an offer, say you could, like here locally. Yeah. You go through the school, and yeah, you want to stay here locally, but then all of a sudden, hey, some recruiter from some dealer out of state or whatever really would like to hire you, and then it gets you thinking, well, all right, am I ready to move out of state, start this whole life process on my own, this, that, the other? And I think that's possibly leading kind of to the dark stuff or what. It's more probably an unknown. I would say more so than anything else. And for, a kid or whatever that's coming out of high school, going into a trade school, doing that or whatever, and then boom, dude, you're on your own. Like, this is the way it's going to be. That's where
our mentorship comes in. That's why I want this type of mentorship where the kid's in high school. This is before he's ever has to go to the workforce, but he's in love with cars. I want to introduce him to those people so he can ask those questions and prepare himself for that time where he has to enter the workforce. So if he already in high school knows that, hey, it's not going to be easy. Hey, they're not just going to give it to me. I'm not just going to graduate and get a job. If he knows that now, he's prepared mentally for that rejection that he might get, that those roadblocks that say he can't do it. And he will have the power to get through that so that he can get to the promised land or get to that, to his goal. But a lot of kids, when they, the way our kids are built right now, when they hear no, they are just so defeated that they let everything go. They don't care anymore. Well, we have to keep that from happening. We got to build up. We have to build these kids up a little differently. They're not like we were. You know what I'm saying?
Our generation had to figure it out.
We had to figure it out. Parents didn't get home. We were home for 3 hours. Before we got home, and we had to figure it out, man.
The infamous note on the table.
Right.
Sink or swim.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we were okay. It's okay to fail. You know what I mean? We have to teach these kids that failure is good. Failure just means you're going to figure out how to get it done the right way the next time. Right. So
it makes you better.
It's over. Yeah.
You have to fail at some point to make yourself better. Exactly.
Right.
You have to, because I remember, not nowhere, not any place getting me, and then one place was like, all right, come back when you're 30. All right, cool. I went back when I'm 30. And then he was like, all right. And then I worked there for a few years, did some work, and then moved on to something else, and then moved on and went bigger and better and bigger and better. And then, that was the thing. It's like, it was a hard come up, but the thing is, like, now I like what I'm doing. I like it. I'm happy with it. It's a really great job, doing awesome work and getting some stuff done, but it takes a long, hard road of failures, door slamming, fighting for the money you want, because you can do that kind of a job, and that's the thing where it comes to where, like you said, we need to build them up better. Yeah, we need to build them up to understand that, hey, if this job won't give you this, stay there for a little bit until you find something that'll pay you the money you want.
Right. But you also have to develop the skill. That's the other thing. Some of these kids have the mentality right now that just by showing up, they deserve a raise. Oh, I was here. No, that's not how it works. So you have to be the best at what you do. And how you become the best is when you go into a job, you're not going into it to work for somebody. You're going into it to work for yourself. You're going to every time you do a job, you're not doing a job for that person. You're doing a job for you, because the more skill that you develop, the better you become, and the more they're going to pay you to be the expert. And so if you have a different mentality when you go into work somewhere, you're not working for them, you're working for you. You start thinking that way, there's nothing that can stop you, but it's all a mentality. So it's just instilling that mentality into these young people. It's going to take hard work, because that hard work builds skill, and that skill makes you an expert in what you're doing, and experts get paid. So
your work is literally your reflection.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I can name a few of my friends that were literally been on TV. You know, people have seen them on Motor Trend. You know, and different shows. You know, so it's like that's where, like, for me, in the sense that kids need to see that, like, to know that, hey man, that can be you on working for that shop on TV. You know, you can end up being your own show and start a channel and do your own builds. You know, because social media now, like, I think it would be better to, like, okay, they work at a job, they get their money, and then they can strive to own their own business, own their own shop, do a side hustle of have, like, their own channel with them building whatever they're passionate about, of, like, whatever vehicle, scooter, motorcycle, hot rod, everything under the sun.
They can go to one end and then, like, even enhance it further.
Yep.
And find success that way too.
Yeah.
Right.
Because there's many outlets to vehicles, and you know, right now with everybody with YouTube and stuff like that, everybody can have their own. You know, you can have one of your students that likes doing Hondas and stuff, and he can have his own channel. You know, and it is a passion when kids pick up certain stuff that they stick to. You know, yeah, you know, that's what they need to see more. Like my dad always used to say, if you're really good at doing transmissions, stick to transmissions and do transmissions. You know, like, if you're really, really good at something, stick to that. You know, don't try to do everything all in one. You know, like my dad always said, a good shop is one where, you know, they have somebody that does only this, and that, you know, and they can cater to certain stuff, and then
somebody else to sell.
Yeah,
you specialize in.
Yeah. But dude, your foundation, I think, is just going to change many lives for many kids.
That's all I put my effort towards, you know, is making that happen. So, and then surrounding myself with like-minded people that know that we're moving in the same direction together, and how can we help? You know, how can, as a collective, can we help? You know, so that's kind of why I try to spread what I'm doing, and get people to say, oh, I want to be involved with this. I want to help this, and I know this person that can help, and I know this person that can help, and that's how you spread.
That's how you get everything going. You know,
networking.
Yeah, that networking, and you know, and also you can get kids to understand that the audio and the photography part and the camera work and what behind the scenes of it can be another outlook into automotive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because
I was going to say, there's photojournalists, photographers that literally go either on, like, a YouTube channel, or they're part of some sort of media group or whatever.
Shout out to Brian and Frank. Perfect example.
Yeah, I was going to say them. There's other automotive related stuff too that people I know as well. That, yeah, I mean, you're still related to what you love, but you're doing something different. Like you said, you got professional photographers that are going to be there. I mean, they probably take photographs of other things besides cars. But, you know, there are people that I know that specialize just photographing cars because that's what they love to do. So, you know, so I think, that's also a great point. It's still related to the automotive field. But it's a little bit different, but there's still that tie to it.
Like Ben, like the homie Ben.
Yeah.
Our homie Ben Turpic, he's a photographer for a magazine. And,
I was going to say, how many different guys have we had interviewed?
That were
on the podcast,
magazines, and, you know, and we all thought they did certain stuff. Like, oh no, man, this is what I do. This is my 9 to 5. I was like, wow, you know. They're like, wow, you know, like, you didn't think that I do this for a living and that for a living, you know. Like, a friend of mine from California, Johnny O'Neill, he's a photographer, and that fool takes the pictures of everything under the sun. You know, wheels, He said he's done food stuff and cars, hot rods, stuff that went in Barrett Jackson, mechanical stuff and that fool takes pictures of everything. And then Brian and Frank, people that go travel across the country, different parts of different countries to go take pictures of automotive stuff.
Our photography company is Jessen and Associates. Jessen Creative Services is their full company name, but my connection with them is Jessen was an NFL photographer. He used to take all the action shots on the field. That was years ago, 30 years ago. And so he's been doing car shows for the last 15, I think, or 17 years or something like that. But he went from being a action shot on the football field, action shots for the NFL, and he expanded his business to now he does some weddings too, but he does a lot of car shows.
Right. Yeah. So instead of watching dudes get smacked, sacked, and ran over and pulverized, taking pictures of cars.
Yeah. It's really good.
That's
guy.
awesome.
Yeah.
Less getting hurt.
There's a risk of it at least.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Dude,
so you're right that these guys, they do take a lot of shots at different things. So
yeah, that's what I was like.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I bet you that. I bet you anything he could probably be like, yeah, I was there when so and so got hit hard. I'm like,
yeah, he probably has a
like,
picture. So anything.
Yeah, like, I got the picture, dude. And I laugh. People like, I got this picture when his knee dislocated right here. Yeah. That'd be horrible.
Yeah.
Man, so your foundation is not only doing that and you're giving back, you're doing, all the scholarships and everything else. Like, is there any aspect that you guys aren't trying to go after other than, the automotive aspect of it? Like if theater or music and stuff like that?
Well, right now we're just, with the car shows, we're really trying to pick a population of kids.
Okay.
And so that's the population with the car shows we're doing, but we're also giving scholarships for financial literacy. So we'll have a scholarship for kids that are in the EVIT program, but we also will have scholarships for any high school graduate in the East Valley they'll be able to write an essay on what financial literacy will mean for their future. And then our committee is going to read through those. And then based on how much money we can raise from now until basically April, that's the money that's going to go into the scholarships that we're going to give out in April. And I think our date's going to be April 18th, I believe it's a Saturday. We're trying to lock that date in, but that's going to be our April show. And that's when we're going to have the big check. And the kids come up and they get to take a picture, and everyone that supported this gets to see where their efforts went towards. And I think that's going to be really powerful, people to see that kid right there is the kid that they helped. You know what I mean? Whether it's your $25 or you were able to donate, towards a scholarship, whatever your donation was, it helped someone, and you get to see the person that you helped. And I think that's the most important part of giving, is to be able to see where your giving went and how it's impacting the people around you. So
yeah, that's true.
That is awesome.
That is awesome, man.
No.
And it's something that you don't like. Man, I think some
literally like to show for cause. Or cause is.
I'm on their website.
Oh yeah, we already got the Greater Beauty on the website, getting ready to probably register.
No, it's just the website. His
his foundation website.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. That's so cool.
I wish I could have found this one.
Right. See, look at that. You already have somebody who said he wished he would have found this when he was going to high school. Yeah.
Good. That's what we want.
I didn't get any scholarships, but I was fortunate enough that my parents were able to send me to 2 awesome automotive schools. So, and yeah, and now I got a mini truck. So yeah, you can afford. Yeah, you can be a mini trucker. It's one of those. Yeah, it takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to build any vehicle that's out there. Anything.
Yeah.
And you're putting your time, like you said, it is your baby, but sometimes you leave that baby outside, and sometimes that baby gets sat back for a little bit, and then that project gets sitting in the corner. You know, I know.
Come on, Debbie Downer.
I'm just saying.
Let me do this number. Yours is sitting outside in the cold with a blanket over the window, and the other one's got enough Hot Wheels boxes to insulate a freaking house.
Hey, well, it's inside.
See, I'm not the only one. It's inside.
At least I treat mine a little bit better. No, I'm just playing.
Right?
Yeah,
I know.
I've got cardboard.
At least it's insulated, right?
Jerome, do you have any personal vehicles of your own? Like, what do you?
Yeah.
what do you
So
drive?
we have a lot of cars at this house. So
All right.
my wife, her baby is her 2024 Porsche Panamera. She
Nice.
loves that. And I know we were talking about electric vehicles. I just bought the Hummer EV for myself. It's all electric, but it's a big boy, 10,000 pounds.
Man.
Our son just turned 16, so he has a BMW 328i.
Yeah.
320i.
Should have got him a Ford
320i.
Focus.
So,
Yeah.
and then we have the Highlander, and so we have those are our cars that we have.
Oh, that's man. Your HOA's gotta love you too.
No HOA. I
No
refuse.
HOA?
I refuse.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I think HOAs. Just mark my word. I think HOAs are going to be out the window or whatever.
Yeah, it's a racket, and I don't support it. So
Right.
I don't
Yeah,
support that racket.
yeah.
Nobody should tell
where I live at.
nobody should tell you what you should do with your property. So
Exactly.
Yes, finally, someone else with me. Thank you, Jerome. Finally.
nobody should be able to.
Yeah, man.
You just respect the people around you. That's all. It's just about
There you
respect.
go.
Everybody should have
See,
respect.
ain't nobody hurting nobody when there's, we keep everything behind the gates.
Might be doing those 8,000 RPM
Yeah,
revs or whatever at midnight.
Yeah, midnight.
That's not hurting anybody, is it? No.
No.
Just playing.
See, and I hate to say it, that's one thing that the kids should know too, that you got to be, wherever you live, you got to know about noise ordinance and how many cars you can have in front of your yard and how many cars cannot be running and driving in your yard, of that nature. If you're a car hoarder and you got to put them somewhere,
Yeah.
It's a lot of cars. But that's awesome, man, dude. I can't wait. I can't wait to go to this.
I just found out about this literally as I walked
next
in,
weekend.
and I'm like stoked. Like I want to go to your show, man. I want to check this out.
I need you there. I need you there. You know what I'm saying? I need you there.
You gonna go?
I'm
He's already getting a trailer. He's got a trailer. It.
He's like, well, kinda.
We have to. I can't drive.
No,
If my
now that I know these two are going, I might have to drive it.
I'm gonna
Dude,
drive.
it'll be all right, man.
It'll be
We'll
all
tow
right.
it.
Steven hasn't
Yeah, I
driven.
know, but then you guys are all just gonna jump in the truck, and I'm gonna be stuck
No,
driving,
I'm
like
gonna-
always.
What do you want me to? I'll drive it.
well, I'll drive it. See, now we're all trying to figure out.
You're not gonna drive.
We're all trying to figure out.
Drive.
Who's gonna drive what. No, but that'd be. Oh man, dude, if I can get mine. No, but it'd be hard to get shop air out there.
No, just tell us when you drive.
And
You can drive it when it functions and produces its own air.
yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While you're doing,
I'll do one last show for one good show. Yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm excited. I'm excited, and this is great to know that your foundation is putting on a great show on December. In December,
13th.
next weekend, you got to be there because Jerome will be there. There'll be so many kids. So if you're a mini trucker, go out there, take your truck. If it's
Bring
under
your family.
construction, bring your family.
Bring your
He's
family.
gonna
That's
have
the most
everything.
important thing. I want families out there. I want people having fun. I want car groups to come and take pictures with Santa. You know what I mean?
Bring on.
Like I want to see it. I just want to see the after effect of people just being
All
happy
right.
and
Oh,
doing it.
All right, you guys heard that.
I was gonna say mini truck clubs. This is
Mini truck
You know,
clubs, this
the
is
announcement.
your calling to go take pictures with Santa.
Yes.
And
As a
I know
club.
a bunch as a club, so I know a bunch of us wanted to go take pictures.
Yeah, I'll have I got a 10-foot green screen. So Santa Claus will be in the middle. Everybody can surround Santa. Up to about 15 people can fit. If you're a lot smaller, maybe 20, but 15 regular sized people can fit there. And
Regular size people.
Are we talking about circumference?
I'm 6'6", so it wouldn't be.
I know you talk. You are talk.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out: is he talking about circumference of people or height?
Both.
Yeah. So, calling all mini truckers, if you are doing anything in December next weekend, go out there.
Saturday, December 13th.
Yes.
December 13th.
From 11 to 5. Roll-in is at 8:30.
8:30. So we're gonna. I think 8. I want all the cars parked by 10:15 at the latest. So
Okay, so roll-in at 8.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay.
And we're gonna.
Right,
So
so-
the other thing is, we're very organized. So you will, once you go to Eventbrite from our website, you will get an email from us with a map of where you should drive to get in, where you should, because we're gonna have a staging area, and then we're gonna bring you into the garage orderly. So I have volunteers that'll be outside checking your pre-registration, and giving you your slip. That slip will come to me. I'll tell you you're on the first floor, second floor, or third floor, and you'll know exactly where to go. You won't feel like you're lost because I have people on every floor that will look at your ticket and tell you exactly where you're parked because we have assigned parking. So everything is together. You just have to show up and you won't be lost. I have a registration table. We're going to do 50-50 raffles. We actually gave away our 50-50 raffle last year was a little over $1,000, I believe.
Hey,
So
man.
What kind of stuff you giving away? Because we got a raffle lover over here.
So
No, raffle lover's out.
Oh, you're out?
And then,
Yep.
No?
and so we also do a toy drive as part of this too. So anyone that wants to bring an unwrapped toy, we're not telling you have to, but if you do want to bring one, those toys go to the housing authority. And let me tell you about what we do with that and how that goes with financial literacy.
Okay.
So the kids earn bucks through doing stuff in the community. So they get these community bucks. Now at Christmas time, we have this room filled with these toys and different gifts that we put together from our car show and from other giving. These kids get to go in there and not buy for themselves, but buy for their little sister, their little brother, their big sister, their mom, their dad. They can go in there with these bucks and actually be a giver because they've earned it based on their community service and the things they've done, different programs that they went to where they earned these dollars. So that's where these gifts will go into this basically a store for them. It's a fake store, but they get to utilize their giving and be able to take care of their family. So that's how we do it.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That is way cool.
So we just do things a little different. That's all. It's just a different way of doing it. It's more. I think I want the things I do to be more impactful. I don't want them to be surface. I want to see where the efforts that I put in, the efforts that people around. I think you need to see it because when you see it, you keep doing. But if you're just showing up and you're like, oh, whatever, and it's not a passion thing for you, you won't see the impact, and it really won't make a difference. I want people to see the impact, get involved. What can I do to make our world better? What can I do to make these kids better? And I think if we all think that way, we'll do a lot less hating and more giving and more love. You know what I mean? And I think we'll just make it a better planet altogether.
Oh yeah.
It's that sense of community with the positive spin that we really need.
Right. And we're not talking about big money. $25 is not a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
No, that's way cheaper than some other.
When you pull a whole bunch of people together with $25, now you can make an impact, right? So we're telling everybody to take a little bit and to give as much as you can, but just take a little bit and and put your effort to it, and let's see what we can do with that.
Yeah, because man, $25 is a lot cheaper than a lot of other car shows.
Yeah, I mean, I even tell you I don't want this to be about money, even though it takes money to do the things we really need to do. But I didn't want it to right. I know, but I wanted it to be. I didn't want it to impact people financially. So $25. I thought it's a good amount.
That's
We
a
can
great
collect
price.
enough, and then even our vendors. So our vendors that are around, I'm only charging $100 for them to set their, because I want them to make money. I want them to provide a service and feel like they can make money, because it's about everyone being able to get something, but doing something positive together. So I don't try to make these where it's so expensive that you can't be involved. If there's another nonprofit that wants to set up, I don't even charge nonprofits. I want them to come out and give whatever services they have. This is about community for me. So that's all I'm trying to build.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then I feel like if I do it this way, if I can find at some point, there's going to be some big donors that come in and say, I'm going to put some money towards this. And that's but we have to show that we can do this. And I think the money will come that we could be even more impactful with. So.
Oh yeah. This is only the beginning, because once everybody gets out there, and you've already done a few shows already before, like, this ain't the only difference is now is, hey, there's going to be a few mini truckers showing up and a couple other different trucks and a couple other different car enthusiasts, and we'll
A variety of
a
all sorts
variety
of stuff.
of a variety of different vehicles. And they can see the aspect of from A to Z pretty much. And every custom in between.
So we have 10 different categories that we're gonna have, and you'll see some of our categories when you sign up. And we'll add some categories too once we get to the point where we have more and more cars. So we have 10 of those trucks. We're gonna have a category specifically for them. And so that's kind of how, as this grows, we'll have these awards based on what what the group is bringing. But we kept one award for the City of Chandler employees who are going to bring their cars, and so we're going to have a City of Chandler award, and then we'll have one more award for the EVIT kids. So the kids that actually have their own cars at EVIT, we're going to have them showcase whatever.
Cool.
That's
And
awesome.
then give them an award for that. So it's going to be,
cool.
So
something that's, man, dude, you are changing the game in the car show, like way bringing it up to a whole different level.
He's making
doing what I can.
He's making other car shows that are hosting events and all that fun stuff. That he's thinking outside the box that everybody thinks of, but never pulls the trigger on. He's pulling the trigger.
Yep.
Trying to. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be different. You got to be different, and something that people will look forward to. You don't want the same old. You go to most of the car shows, it's always the same. It's going to look like. It's going to be. The same people win all the time. I didn't even talk about that. So, yeah, I mean, I want to talk about that because I listen to people. When I go to these cars, I talk to people, and they're like, "Well, who's going to be judging?" So this is what I do with my judges. I have one or two professional judges. These are people who've judged many competitions, but I also have 7 to 8 former NFL alumni who will be there judging, because they don't know any of you. So what they're going to be taught how to judge a car properly. We'll have a sheet, and then as a team, they're going to go to the cars and they're going to judge the cars. So you're not going to get the perspective of someone who's seen your car already. You're going to get someone who's going to look at all the criteria and is going to say, yes, this car is an 8. This is a 7 for this and a 6 for this. Cool. And so now you're going to have different winners, because we have people who love cars that want to be there. They're my celebrity judges, and that's how we're doing our judging.
That's going to be so cool, man. Yeah, like the Brady Beat.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does.
Truly, because that way it's not biased. It's truly random, and I think that's when I first started, like in car show stuff or whatever. Mid-teenage years and stuff, was you go to these shows, and just as you were saying, you get that same person or same couple people that win this stuff or whatever, and it was never truly random. But then maybe there was this one show out of the blue that's how they judged it. So you would think somebody who would be more favorable, or who has favor in certain types of shows, would go to the show, yeah, they've got a great vehicle, whatever it might be, but because it's a random judge, maybe, hey, you've got a great car, but you know something? Somebody else here we felt had a great car as well, and we're going to appreciate and give them, you know, the recognition they need. So it's not just, like you said, the same person or persons
Every
winning
single
it
time.
over and over again. So that's cool, man.
Now I left one little part out that I think you're gonna love. So remember
Okay.
I told you about our professional photographer, right?
Yeah.
So our awards are an actual picture of your vehicle that we put in our plaque, and you get that as your presentation. So you get a plaque with the actual picture of your car and what category you won is going to be printed in the picture. So it's very personal. So it's not a little trophy that says best in class. It is actually a picture of your car that says best in class, and then it's a plaque. It's in a award plaque. And it's engraved. It says Road to Riches Car Show, Santa City Hall, you know, BAM Foundation, first place. And so you actually have, when you win, you're winning an award that really means something.
I was gonna say that sounds like something people should strive for.
But he forgot one part.
Okay.
Jerome's, you're missing one part is that also with the QR code that goes with that, you can have your ride.
So if you decide, and this is everybody, so whether you're a winner or not, everybody can have pictures done of their car at the show. I have a photographer that will go around and take different side shots and shots for you. Then you can actually take a QR code that they give you and have T-shirts made, cups, anything you want with pictures of your car. Or if you want to have pictures with Santa, the same thing. You'll get a QR code where you can have your whole car crew can be on a T-shirt, and you can order those and have those sent to you after the show. So that's what makes us a little bit different.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that is awesome. That is, and there'll probably be different price packages for when.
And we're very affordable. Our Santa Claus pictures. And if you've gone to the mall, you know how much those are, like $49, $50, $70.
Yeah.
We're going to be $8 at the cheapest and $25 at the most expensive package.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
This is about families, man. This is about
families. Man.
Damn, dude, we're going to take a bunch of pictures with Santa.
Yeah. I mean,
I know I'm going to take a picture with Santa. That's it.
Yeah. So it's not about making.
Come on, our community, man. We need
come on,
come
out. Dude, you know how cheap that is? And we all can go and hang out. They're going to have food trucks, beer, crafts. You can drop off the kids, go walk around cars, go do stuff. Yeah,
right. Cigars if you're into
that. Cigars if you smoke. Oh, I know a few mini truckers.
And the dog park.
And the dog park
too.
Dog park.
Wes can take.
Yeah, Wes can bring it. Yeah,
I don't know if I'm gonna bring my.
And you can't bring your horse.
Horse ain't gonna fit. I ain't got a big enough trailer.
Yeah. I don't think you can block off the road for that thing.
And everything is a very short walk to each thing. So it's not like it's spread out where I have it. So the car show is 3 levels. So that's really easy. The right across the street is where the kids area is. And then caddy corner to the on Washington Street is where Courthouse Bar and Grill is. So, I mean, everything is right there. You can take your food. So if you don't like, you can either buy the food at Courthouse if you want to buy wings and stuff like that, or you can take one of our food truck food over to Courthouse and have a beer with your food that you get from I have tons of seating, bench seating out there, indoor, outdoor. I got a pool table over there. We have live music. It's going to be a fun deal. So,
do some of that.
Nice.
You can bring your dog too, because I have a dog park over there too. So you don't have to leave your dog. You can bring your dog with you. Very dog friendly.
Wow, that's awesome.
That is, man.
And I'm sorry for the cat people. Unless your cat can walk on a leash, then go right on. But I wouldn't want to bring it to a dog park.
Yeah, you don't want to
bring your fish in a fish bowl.
Yeah, bring your fish in a fish bowl. But that's man, dude. That's like an all-day event. Show up.
Really? I mean,
yeah. Well, the car show will go from 11 to. We're going to do awards at around 4:00 and then be finished at 5. But then you can stay because we have that whole courthouse area. Your car is already parked. You might as well just stay and listen to some more music, have some more beers and wine and spirits, and have a great night.
Right.
Yep.
Time.
Yeah.
So, Jerome, I want to thank you for coming on. And once again, websites and where can they find you and where can they go to? We have it running across the screen, but once again, can they find you? Where can they get everything so they can get ready to enjoy the most awesome car show that's going to be out there right now?
All right. We are the Be a Mushroom Foundation, and it's bamfoundation.org, as you see in the bottom of the screen, bamfoundation.org. Once you get on that website, go to Road to Riches Car Show, and our latest car show will be on there for December 13th, which is next week on Saturday.
Awesome. Hell yeah. That is going to be a great time. So, Jerome, thank you again for taking time out of your night.
Thank you, sir,
for coming on the show and talking to us about your awesome charity and Be a Mushroom. I can't.
And I will be able to meet. I'll be able to meet every single one of you. I'll be the first person there. I will be at the entrance of the garage. I'll be welcoming every single person as they park their cars. So I can't wait to meet you. If you are on this show and you're coming out, please let me know that you were on the show so I can give you a special thank you.
Awesome.
All right.
Man, thank you.
Awesome. So once again, Jerome Daniels, thank you for being on the show. And on behalf of me, Holy Moses, Honda West, Bearded Beauty, Camera Profesh.
Camera Profesh.
All right.
We want to thank you once again for coming on, Jerome. And like I said, go out there, have some great time, and
take the family and enjoy
it. And we'll see you out there next week.
All right. Thank you.
Take it easy, guys.
Bye.